Tracy, your word of the month was adjust. And I think you should explain that a bit more because I want to know a little bit more. Let's go a little deeper of what adjust means or why you chose that word.
Why you chose it.
Because I think it's something that we have to do all the time. We are constantly adjusting. We make a plan and we may have to adjust that plan. If it's not going exactly the way we thought it was going to unfold, then there's adjustments that need to be made. And in the particular month of June, the previous month I had adventure as one of my words, and what I thought was going to be taking place did not, so I had to adjust. I had to adjust what that looked like. I had to adjust what that meant for me. And I just thought, well, we always start, if you're a planner of any kind, we typically start at the end of the week on a Sunday or a Monday morning and go, this is what I want my week to look like. It's going to be this, it's going to be that. And we do this from our best selves. And we usually have way too much planning that we do for the week because, again, we are not allowing for life. And if there is one thing I have learned in the 70 years on this planet, it has been that things rarely go to plan. There is always going to be small and big things that are going to come and interrupt what that flow looks like, what that week looks like. And I just went through a real period of adjustment where I constantly had to pivot to doing something. But the best part was I didn't make it a problem. It's like, okay, I have to adjust this, and that's not a problem. It's just simply what I'm going to do. Some things will have to be taken off the list this week. Adventure looks different than what I thought it was going to. I'm going to pivot, and it's all okay. Nothing has gone wrong here.
So there's no guilt with adjusting either.
Exactly. It's like, okay, we just change it. We're going to do something different. It's not a problem. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's been taken, thrown out the window. We haven't just thrown up our hands and gone, that's it, I'm a failure. I can't do it. Like, what's my problem? There's none of that. It's just simply, okay, I'm prepared to adjust for this particular situation. And I just think it's such a good word. And it's like, it allows for life to happen because it does. And we make plans without thinking that life is going to happen. We
Right.
really do. It's like, okay, well, I've got this appointment, I'm going to do this, I've got to do that, and I got to, we just fill up our day in accordance to what we think is going to happen. And then boom, this little interruption comes, or boom, that little interruption comes, or something big shows up on the doorstep. And the choice really is just to simply adjust or get totally bent out of shape.
But how do you define that you are adjusting as opposed to procrastinating or yeah, maybe procrastinating that you go, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do this instead. And that was an intentional decision based on what's happening in my life. Or I'm just not going to do this because I'm going to push it off till tomorrow or whatever.
How do I make that decision?
Yeah. How did you decide, like, no, I'm adjusting. This is fine. There's nothing to feel guilty about. I am taking control of my own life, doing my own thing based on what I need to do. So, how do you make sure that you're looking at through that lens?
I think that because I have been so good at looking at it through the lens of failure and self-recrimination
Okay.
of going, okay, well, like you got a problem here. This is like, what's your problem? You can't get this done. Like, you talk about all this stuff and you never, like what's your issue? Like, suck it up, sister, and get it done, right?
Okay.
Suck it
And
up, Buttercup.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, so like, like at some point, you keep doing that for so long, and at some point you got to go, wow, you know what? Like I keep banging my head against the wall with this shit. Excuse me. What if I stop banging my head? I wonder what that's going to feel like. And it actually is like, okay, you know what? This feels pretty good. Wow, this feels pretty good. And it's not like I am not going to do it.
Right.
It's not like, okay, well, that window's closed, so that opportunity has gone.
Right.
It's like I can still carry this forward to next month or 2 months from now or whatever it is that's going to suit me. But it allows me to take care of me to adjust and allow for life to unfold without any shame and guilt and feeling that it's all out of control.
So a little bit of
Because I,
freedom, a little bit of
yes,
freedom from
a little
someone
bit of
else's
freedom.
word.
Yeah. And minimum viable product.
Yeah.
Something has interrupted this flow. So what is the minimal viable product that I need to get done today that's going to be okay for me to finish and allow me to put off the other stuff because I have an interruption that was unexpected?
So this is so similar to our episode, I think two ago, about a decision I had to make,
Yeah, you're
right? I
you're
had to
constantly making
adjust.
decisions.
We
We
had to, I had to adjust this decision. Like
yeah,
you're repeating, like, and I think the big main thing was there was no guilt
no.
Mm.
and you weren't beating yourself up anymore.
Mm-mm.
And it's not like you're not doing it. It's just like today, I'm not doing it. Like when I had the discussion on my decision about the race, both my son and daughter-in-law said, well, are you going to stop training? Or are you going to stop working out? And I'm like, well, no, that's just in my blood. They're like, okay, then. Like I wasn't taking about away a vital part of my taking care of myself. I was still doing all that, but I just wasn't doing the race aspect of it. You still have plans to do whatever that adventure is. It's just at another time.
The biggest statement for me is this is not a problem.
Hmm.
It's only a problem if I choose to make it a problem. But
Absolutely.
Oh, that goes through life, eh?
I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, to use the statement, this isn't really a problem. And the moment you do that, because it's not a problem, your brain opens up for opportunities to fix things, to look
Yeah.
at it differently. If it's a problem, then what happens is it all collapses inward.
Yep.
And what happens is that self-recrimination shows up, and that's where we end up spending our time because it's a problem.
Yes.
And we haven't done whatever it is that we wanted to do, or we aren't living up to whatever that expectation is. And it's like, okay, I this is a problem. And it's like, no, it's not. This is not a problem.
Hmm.
So what do we do here?
I
What
love that. I
how do I
really
take
do
care of
love that.
this? Yeah.
I really do love that. I love that thought process. It's not a
I
problem.
it's a sticky on my computer. This is not a
Yep.
problem.
I'm probably going to do the same one. It's not a problem. It
I know. I
wasn't a
love that.
problem
This
that
is not,
Mhm.
I,
yeah.
right. It wasn't a problem that I didn't do the race. It really wasn't.
Exactly.
It
Exactly.
wasn't a problem because when you remove that problem, our brain goes into survival mode. How
Yeah.
am I going to fix the problem?
Yeah.
But there wasn't a fix. It really just was not a good time for me to go.
And
That's
that's not a
basically
problem.
it. It's not a problem. It's not a
Exactly.
problem. And if it was a problem with them, then I'm not sure if it's my problem though. If it's their problem, then they have to look at it's not a problem. It's not a
Yeah.
problem. She's not coming, you know?
Mhm.
So I love that. I love that word adjust. And
Yeah.
I love that word. I love that statement. It's not a problem. It's not a problem.
It
Because
isn't.
like you said, when you say it's not a problem, it does open up your brain. It
Yeah.
allows you to see
It's like,
things.
okay, oh, it's not a problem. Okay, so then
Yeah.
if it's not a problem,
I don't feel
what am I?
crappy. I'm not banging
Yeah.
myself and feeling guilty and oh,
Yeah.
I'm a crappy person. It's like,
Right.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Moving
not a
on.
problem.
Yeah,
And it's
moving
not,
on.
you're not saying it's not a problem in a head in the sand type of
No.
Right,
thing.
right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
like it's not a problem. I am adjusting and it's not a problem. It's
Mhm.
still there. We're going to do whatever we have to, but I'm just going to take a different path. It's to me, I always think about you're driving down the road, you always go to work this one way or to this grocery store, and you come up to a roadblock. Are you going to turn around and go home and never grocery shop again? You're either going to find another grocery store to go to or a different way to get to the grocery
Mhm.
store. Like it's not a
Mhm.
problem.
Right.
And I think I like that you pointed out it's not your head in the sand. That's not
Yeah.
like this is
Yeah.
adjusting is not like and that's what I was
Yep.
trying to articulate
Nope. Nope. Nope.
earlier,
Nope.
where it's like, what's, how do you make sure it's not
Hmm.
that, but
Right.
you've explained it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like it, I mean, it is a very compassionate sentence for oneself.
Yes. I like that.
This is not a problem.
Yep.
Like, we're okay. We are
Yep.
okay. This isn't a problem.
Yep.
We just need to rearrange things, change things, you
Yep.
know, evolve, differently, make different decisions, but it's not
Yep.
a problem.
Right.
And it is like it's the best adjustment you can make.
I like it.
I like
I
it
like
too.
it. So do I. And what about you, viewer? What do you think about the word adjust? Let us know in the comments. Share this with somebody who might need a little coaxing towards adjusting, or this is not a problem. Make sure you share this, hit like, subscribe, and notifications so you know when our next one comes out. Until next time.
Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you as a regular member of our community.